How do you know you're getting the best deal on a new or used car? Call 844-765-0610. Make one phone call to hear about all the great deals near you. We know all the brands and all the best deals. We're not a dealer. We're here to help you find the right car. Call 844-765-0610 today.
Everyman Driver Nation, check it out. 2017 Corolla. Toyota sells more than 1 million of these worldwide every year. A safe, practical, and reliable compact sedan in a very competitive marketplace. And today, I'm going to share with you what I learned and experienced with it after a full week of driving. Tom Hanks style, circa 2004. Booyah. Our tester features multi-LED headlights with LED accent lights and LED daytime running lights here in the bumper. Color-keyed heated power outside mirrors with turn signal indicators, a rear spoiler, and one more thing, a power tilt slide moonroof. Under the hood of the Corolla, there are two versions of the 1.8 liter four-cylinder. We have the CVT, which is standard. There is a 6-speed manual transmission on the SE trim level. We also have a sport mode here on our CVT, which I'll demonstrate a little bit later. This gets 132 horses, 128 pound-feet of torque. There's also an Eco engine, which gets a little bit more horsepower, but a little less on the pound-feet of torque. The fuel economy here on ours is 28 city, 35 highway. We're gonna go inside now and I'll show you what I achieved this week in mixed driving. By the way, 15, 16, and 17-inch alloy wheels are available on this front-wheel drive. We are rolling on 17s. Let's go ahead and fire this up. Push button start. Here's some of your steering wheel mounted controls as the instrument cluster gets warmed up. We've got lane departure warning right here, or lane departure intervention, and this is standard, as well as adaptive cruise control. Forward collision warning is also standard on all Corollas. Speaking of which, we have a backup camera or rear view camera, which is also standard. So here in the instrument cluster, you can see the two main dials there. In the center is my fuel economy, and I've only been averaging 26.2 in mixed driving, but I still have one more road trip to take before I turn this in tomorrow. So I'm sure I'm gonna get that going because I've only done some city driving at this point. So once I get to highway driving, I'm sure I'm going to achieve that low 30s, which Toyota is projecting for a mixed driving number. Over here, you have your Bluetooth technology where you can answer your phone once you get that synced up to your smartphone. Here's your volume for your radio, and up in here is changing channels back and forth. We also have some paddle shifters here on the steering wheel. It makes it kind of fun. Closer look now at your 7-inch multi-informational touchscreen. This looks actually bigger than 7-inch because they have this nice black gloss all the way across, which I think is kind of smart to give the appearance of a bigger infotainment screen. Home button right there. I've got some temperature information. Of course, you got your radio, and there's my current miles per gallon. It has apps on this as well. So Eco, you can see how you're driving. There's your audio, of course. So that looks pretty nice. And you've got just your climate controls below that. You've got heated seats for driver and passenger, your USB port right here. And this is really fun, and I'll show you this in a second. There's your sport mode drive, and this is the CVT, variable valve timing CVT, and your park brake. Here's a look at your backseat legroom and headroom from a guy who is 5'11". This is my position as a driver up front, and here's how much room I have between my knees and the back of the seat if I were sitting behind myself. So that's good, and a lot of room for a compact sedan in my opinion and my experience. Headroom is good too. Nice little indent here in the roof line. I'm sitting on soft tech trim seats. There is a fold down armrest right here with a pair of cup holders. I can slide across pretty easily. There's no real obstruction or hump here in the center for me to be having to straddle anything per se. So you can almost get three of me side by side, shoulder to shoulder in the back seat. There are four old blank handles all the way around. A compartment behind the passenger seat for storage, spots for cup holders and the door panels, and a sliding sunroof so you can let some light in for the front passengers and a little bit in the back passengers. That's a look at your backseat legroom and headroom. So there are 3 ways to open the trunk lid of the Corolla. There's a pull tab next to the driver along the floorboard next to the left foot. There's one here on the key fob. I can press and hold that. Otherwise, right here below the Toyota icon to the right, the backup camera, soft pad, press it, it opens up. Now there are 13 cubic feet of volume for storage. It looks a lot bigger than 13. And surprisingly, that's about average for this class. I saw 13, I thought, no, that can't be right because I can easily fit in the back. And to me, this looks a lot bigger than 13 if I wanted to be in here. I don't want to be in here, but if I do want to carry my golf clubs, they will easily fit in the back. I can probably fit, I think, 3, possibly 4 pairs of golf clubs, stack one on top of the other one. So cargo volume is pretty decent, even though that number sounds small. I'm pretty happy with that. And those seats are a 60-40 split. You fold them down from the inside. To fold them down, the tabs are right here next to the headrest. Pull it here. Same thing. Now I'm going to show you a clip that I posted on Instagram earlier this week of me doing some cargo demoing. Check this out.
Hey everybody, Dave here. I want to give you an example of cargo capacity in the 2017 Toyota Corolla. I have a 8-foot 2x2 here, and with those seats folded down, which is a 60-40 split, I'm able to put an entire 8-foot piece of wood back here, and I've got a little bit of room here, so if I wanted to have more, I could. So yeah, these commuter cars, these regular cars, can also serve a purpose for storage if you have some longer items. I think definitely a 7-footer would be fine without having to interrupt the front 2 passengers, the driver and passenger, but if you have an 8-footer, that will work too. So that's what it looks like. You want demos, real world examples? Here it is. I'm going to Ace Hardware. I got myself a piece of plywood and it does fit. I was a little nervous at first, but after I folded those seats down, no problem. So there you go. Demo inside the 2017 Toyota Corolla. See ya.
Well, finally, there are some tabs here. There's actually 3 of them that you can hook into for car seats. If you want to secure your little ones back here, you hook them in here and they're safe and good to go as well. All right, what do you say we take it for a spin? I'll tell you about some other things with the ride and handling and some safety information, plus a quick demo on this sport mode, which is probably the most exciting part of the driving experience. Because let's be honest, this is a great commuter car. This is gonna get you from A to B. It's not gonna be super powerful. In fact, I think the acceleration is really lacking. But if you do pop it in the sport mode, that'll make all the difference. So with the CVT, I'll put it in drive, get on the highway, not the highway, but on the city road, and accelerate a little bit. Hear that? Not so exciting. I'm gonna get back down to a low RPM. I'm gonna accelerate and keep it at the same pressure, and then I hit the sport mode. So listen to this. And now here comes sport. Boom, it jumped up 2,000 RPM just by pressing the sport mode button. So if you want to accelerate faster and get up to speed on the highway or something, that's how you want to do it. I'm not sure if this comes as a surprise to you, but this is actually a fairly sporty looking car in my opinion. It's more sporty than I would think for a Corolla. It's got some really cool blue accents throughout the vehicle that gives it a nice little look. The seats are slightly bolstered and the exterior appearance does look a little bit on the fast side. So when I see this, you know, based on the nose and how it's shaped, some of the lines to it, it looks like a pretty good car. I like the way it looks on the outside. And really, driving around town, this is a pretty smooth ride when it comes to city and highway driving once you get up to speed. But of course, getting up to speed is the first challenge. But hey, you're buying this because it's reliable, it's safe, it's economy, and probably its overall price. Speaking of safety, it's a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And one more thing about safety, the National Highway Traffic Administration gave it 5 stars out of 5 for its overall safety score. And finally, some of the vehicles that compete with the Corolla in this compact sedan category: the Civic, the Mazda 3, the Elantra, Focus, and Cruise, just to name a few. So the base MSRP range on a 2017 Corolla is between $18,500 and around $23,000. If you're looking for a safe, reliable, and affordable commuter car, check out the Corolla. It's definitely worth a look and absolutely a test drive. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Adios. By the way, the Tom Hanks reference circa 2004, the man with one red shoe. Booyah again.